Yeah, so you are into fitness.
I am, and I credit my mom for this.
Okay.
That my mom, we all had to do something to be fit, and I became a dancer, and of course that was great. But then, as I left dance, I really didn't do anything for years, and then I did start running. Because at a certain point, you can get away with it for a long time, and suddenly you can't get away with it anymore. And especially I
catches up to you.
So it was a problem. And so I started to run. I had done different things. I had done yoga, I had done Pilates, I had joined a gym, and I couldn't really stick with anything. And then I started running, and I did that, and I wasn't crazy about being a runner, but it helped me maintain my weight, so I did that. And then I ran in a marathon. My knee got messed up.
Tell me about
it. So it was after that, my husband is a chiropractor, and he was interested in kettlebell training. So he started doing some kettlebell training, and I was I thought it was ridiculous, kettlebell training. Cirque du Soleil. What is that? And he started doing it, and I literally watched his body change in 6 weeks.
Really?
So I had to eat a little kettlebell, say to my husband, so what's that kettlebell you think maybe I should get? And so I started doing it, and it was great because it was the one thing that didn't bother my knee. I was able to do it, didn't bother. And I had the same experience. My body changed so quickly, and I could stay with it. I could do it.
Now describe it. Okay, so a kettlebell is like a weight.
Kettlebell is it's sort of, if you think of a cannonball with a handle on it.
Okay.
And therein, first off, lies some of its the secrets to its success. Because if you think of your average weight when you're lifting weights, the weight is at your grip, right? Well, with a kettlebell, it's about 6 inches below your grip. So every time you are picking that up, you are using muscles to stabilize.
Can we put it on the set?
Kettlebell. Yeah, this is not your, this is the size I use, but your average person doesn't need to use this. I used it because I became a certified kettlebell trainer. It was required that for my size and weight, use this size. But this is one way you use.
Okay, so this is an example of a kettlebell.
Yes, that's how it looks. But your average woman, I started with a 12-pound kettlebell.
How much is this?
That's 26. So I started with a 12-pound kettlebell. But you have to, this feels heavy to me, doing this.
Right.
So just to let you know, that even feels heavy, but you don't use it like one arm at a time or something. It's full body movement, which is why you tend to use a heavier kettlebell than you would traditionally with free weights. You are using your whole body. But as I said, you're using stabilizing muscles to stabilize it. So that is one way that a kettlebell is very effective. But the other thing is, all of the exercises tend to be full body movements. So you are using, with every exercise, almost every exercise, you're using your lower body, you're using your core, you're using your upper body. And you don't tend to do reps and sets. Rather, you'll do a timed round. So maybe you'll do a 2-minute round, and then there's a rest in between. So it's for me, all of the counting out my reps, I just never really cared for. So this worked well for me that way. The other thing that's great about this too is, and of interest to people that maybe have injuries or what have you, because this is full body movement that mimics the way we move in life. You don't run into something that you run into with your gym, which is maybe you're working out the lats on this machine or the pecs on this other machine. So what can happen in cases like that is that you can have muscles that are out of balance, and that's where injury can occur. With kettlebell training, because most exercises are integrated. You are using the whole body, and it's real life movement. and the body is gaining strength the way it's meant to, muscles are not out of balance.
Okay.
So it's
That
very
makes
good
sense
for
to me.
people that have had injuries and getting the body back in balance. But it works quickly too.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, my body changed so dramatically. I remember Tina Sloan walking into my dressing room and saying, "Where'd you get the new arms?" Like, I just kind of mailed it did happen very quickly, and it's not this type of workout. You don't do it every day. You do it every other day is
Okay.
probably optimum. And the great thing about it is it's cardiovascular and it's strength training at the same time. So you're not, one day doing your strength training and the next day you have to get on the bike or whatever. You're doing it all at once. So on my off days, I try to do it every other day. It doesn't always work out that way, but I try to. But on my off days, I'm off. I'm not doing anything else, and it's not done separately. So I'm not doing my kettlebell training and then saying, okay, now I've got to get on the bike at the end or something, or do that. It's included in your 40-minute workout.
So it's 40 minutes. Now, you've produced 2
A couple of
DVDs. Now, if someone is interested in getting them, where would they go to, let's say, get your DVD on it?
We have a website, bcbhf.com.
BC.
Beth Chamberlin Beauty, Health, and Fitness, and so people can go there and check out the DVDs. They are also sold through. There are some various websites that carry them as well.
So where do you get kettlebells?
Well, when I first started, to be honest, you could only get them through online ordering, but different places, most places now carry kettlebells, and we do have on our site, I want to say it's under Get Fit or something, you'll see a kettlebell icon to click on, or maybe it's under frequently asked questions, I'm not sure now. But there's a guideline for what size kettlebell that you should get starting out with. We always tell people, get something that challenges you, because you change so quickly with this that people that go too light with their kettlebell, in 4 weeks, it's no good to them. So it's sort of a waste of money. So what we always say is go with something that challenges you, not so much that you can't pick it up.
That's a challenge.
That's for somebody that wants to be a certified kettlebell trainer. It's not for your average person. But because the rounds are timed, what we say is do something and you do as much work as you can. Get something that maybe you can't do the whole 2 minutes, but do as much work as you can, because in 4 weeks you're going to be able to do the full 2 minutes, and you don't want, it's just a waste of money to buy a kettlebell that then in 4 weeks it's not going to be of any use to you. So get something that can stay with you. Most women are going to probably have a 12-pound kettlebell, and they're either going to stay at that, or the most they would go up to would be an 18-pound kettlebell. It's not like free weights where you're getting lots of different ones. You get one.
And that's it. Oh, that's good.